So we'll have this now, and we'll have a shake 30 minutes before training. This is going to be 100 grams of cream of rice. And this stuff's a lot different to the cream of rice that you get in the UK. As you can see, it's like it's a lot
sandy, right? Very sandy.
Yeah, it's a lot more coarse. So the other stuff is a lot more like powdery. They do a lot of different flavors and that, but I actually prefer Pride's cream of rice than I do any other cream of rice, because it actually feels like you're actually eating something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
rather than like a paste.
I'm going to add 10 grams of honey as well. Actually, no, leave the honey, we'll add more CDX.
Sorry?
So just add the extra cream rice.
Good.
And then we'll do 60 grams of CDX. So Dean got a little sick on Thursday last week. So actually, he was looking pretty good. We were had him right where we need him, and then he got food poisoning or a stomach bug. So what, 2 days where food wouldn't stay in.
Today's the first day that I'm feeling 100% so far. So
we're running 2 high days. Basically, yesterday we managed to get high food in, and a light leg session. We like warmed up doing legs, basically just put some blood in them, and then today was a full high day again. And then we'll start backing him off and sharpening him back up. But we need to get some fullness back in him, some glycogen back in. He's super flat. So yeah, we're running a high day today. Run another high day today, and then we'll see how he looks in the morning. Yeah, weight is all good. Still under the weight cap. We don't have to stress too much on that this year. Next year will be a different story. Next year
will be a different story.
Next year he's gonna be a tank, and he's gonna have to suffer to make weight. But right now we're cruising, so it's been a long fucking year.
Yeah.
This is the
Number 6.
Yeah, 6 show. Started prep in January, so right through basically 12 months. It's a long ride, so we had to push and pull and push and pull and play with things, and even got to the point where last week we were having to do refeeds pretty much every night because his body started racing through food. We were on like 450 grams of carbs a day and dropping scale weight every morning, and fullness was dropping, so waking up a little flatter, tight but flat every morning. So we had to, right before he got sick, for about 4 days before, we were putting a refeed every night. So yeah, just at this point when the body's been that lean for that long, it just starts racing, and trying to keep up with the metabolism, it starts to become tricky. So every prep, all 6 preps have looked slightly different. Like I say, it's been trying to hit a moving target, you know. It's a different dynamic every time, different stress, different body responding differently. So it becomes unpredictable, and that's why it's very useful for the Olympia prep to have him in front of me, so we can make those adjustments on the fly.
This is our first prep where we've actually been together. So yeah, fingers crossed it's gonna be the best one yet. Well, it seems to be going. Consistency on the Pride cream of rice. You know, I've got that bang on now, so it's taken me a while, but it's worth it when you get it right. So we've got the cream of rice, the almond butter and honey, and I'm going to do 60 grams of the HOSSTILE ISO whey. Cookies and cream is definitely the best flavour. That is king. So we've got 20 grams of honey going in. 15 almond butter. Probably actually one of my favourite now is this, for sure. just nice and easy on the stomach. So at the moment I'm logging all my water intake from shakes, drinks, everything ready for peak week, so we know where we're at with all our water intake. So I've got 400 ml. I think you guys say in ounces, so that's like 14 ounces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, 60 grams of by far the best protein on the planet. I'm not even kidding, it's incredible. So yeah, I'll just get this meal down and then we'll get the pre-shakes ready, which will be the HOSSTILE Intra R3. I'll chuck some Hostility in there for a pre-workout because we got a big pull session ahead, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, and some CDX for some carbohydrates. I'm from Somerset, which is down south in England, well, southwest. So yeah, weather's always shitty, cold, wet. So yeah, like I was saying, we were just talking about these boots, so it's gonna be perfect. And like I say, they are genuinely the most comfy boots that I've ever, and shoes that I've ever worn. Like, I was seeing Ben using his for like cardio and everything. I'm like, what the fuck, this guy's crazy.
Dude, I've done everything in
those
Labrada boots, yeah.
You find it comfy for pressing as well?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's why I thought it was crazy.
I've squatted fucking 6 plates in those things. I've leg pressed, I've run in them. My version of running. I've done hours of cardio, Stairmaster, treadmill in them, man.
Yeah.
And I don't even tie them up. I literally just slide them in.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to shout out to James Hollinshead, because James actually, so I'm not taking credit for it. Right after the Olympia last year, James came back to Texas and he had the zip up version. And he was doing the same thing, and I'm like, dude, you're like, he'd get up and do an hour cardio in the morning. I'm like, in those, I was like, why don't you wear some actually comfy shoes? And he was like, mate, these are the ones. So anyway, then The Rock released his version right before Christmas last year.
That's it?
My ones are The Rock's ones.
Oh, damn.
And so I told my wife and she bought them for me. Honestly, I laced them up the first time. I haven't undone them, but I think they're literally slip-ons. They stay on.
That's how
they're rock solid.
They got. So it's actually the nearest city's Bath. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bath. No. It's probably one of the nicest cities in the UK. To be fair, it's about 20 minutes from where I live. But yeah, other than that city, it's mainly fields, farms, and stuff around.
It's called Bath?
Yeah.
Or Bath.
Bath.
Oh, okay.
Well, depends where you're from. Depends how you pronounce it. If you're from Somerset, you say Bath. If you're posh and from Bath, you say Bath. You probably say Bath, don't you? You say Bath? Yeah.
Queen, I speak the Queen's English, mate.
Yeah, he's not from down. Yeah. Somerset is kind of like the equivalent to Texas.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like you have different accents in Texas, like when people say y'all. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I've never heard it.
Yeah.
They say, yeah.
This is the Silent 9, so I can get it bang on. I'm doing 10 grams of this. Because the intro's got a mix. And now I need a little bit extra CDX. So that's the orange and pineapple flavour, which is really good. 60 grams of CDX. 50. Because I'm going to take that with me for my intra. And what I'm going to do is smash a scoop of Hostility, because I've got a feeling it's going to be a good one, and this will cement the fact it's going to be a good one. So yeah. again, that's the peach burst. So the flavors, they go well together as well, so that's a bonus.
Yeah. Someone at the door, John, now I'm here to stay. Tell me who the fuck gonna face the music. More brick laying, less screen time. Been cutting back on the daily usage. Long road for the road dogs, for the weird miles from a soapbox. Got BKTs on this bitch, so everybody getting rolled on, yeah. Yeah, everybody getting rolled.
Hey guys, so we're at Labrada HQ, ready to hit our last proper back session. So it's gonna be myself, Ben and Hunter. Like I say, we're inside 11 days out now, so we've got to be real careful of how we kind of attack the session. So we can't go too crazy, but again, it's the last proper one, so it's going to be a good one. Firstly, we're going to warm up and open the lats up with some single arm pull downs or maybe double arm, not quite sure.
We'll do a straight arm, double arm, straight arm.
With the, possibly with the rope attachment or the strap. Then we're going to go on to the Nautilus plate load pull down. That's a great machine, really gets into the lats. And then we'll move on to the Magnum row, which personally I think is one of the best back machines. It's got multiple grips you can use on the machine there. So I like to use the top grip to hit my upper back, because the upper back is what we need to bring up the most on my back. So that's really good for that. And then we're either going to use the Arsenal or the Prime seated row.
We're going to use the Prime today.
So we're going to, yeah, there we go. We're going to use the Prime. Super looking forward to this. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Just getting my pre-workout in, like we showed earlier. We've got a good serving of hostility in there, so yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase.
So yeah, on the first exercise, we're just doing some warm-up sets at the moment. So yeah, as you can see, we're using the strap there, which the main focus is just to open the lats up, get the blood in, get it nice and warm, ready for the next movement.
There's a hazard to training. I've done it twice now in the last week. Put my belt on.
He's done it again.
clip the tip, that was a good demo. clip the tip. Be careful out there, kids. Be fucking careful.
I think he likes it. I think he likes it. That's why he does it.
It's real, dog. Sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog.
What's gonna happen? One more with me. We're gonna keep it moving. Stay locked in, feel it in the lats. Come on, right through, lats, lats, lats. Here, drive through. Take the weight, take the...
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste.
This is the kind of shit that Fuad would shout at us. No, you can't do that. There's a camera. We're gonna make it look hardcore. We put some dumbbells on our head and scream. So we'll do that after. Move the way down, drive the elbow hard. Drive, elbow. Make it happen, come on. Here. Good, and one. Right here. Good. That elbow, put it where you want it. Here, finish that. Good. And again, give it to me, go. Squeeze, drive the elbow, right in. There you go. One more on a match. Elbow, here. Good.
So as you can see with this exercise, we're not over stretching the lat. We're keeping the weight on the lat Just getting a real big squeeze at the bottom of the movement. So yeah, the contraction is strong throughout the whole range. Stretched it open with the first exercise. Now we're getting a hard contraction on the lat, and then we'll move on to the rowing exercises.
Big contraction, come on. Good, go again, here, drive. Easy one. Show me. No. Drive those elbows behind you. Come on, squeeze that back.
So on the Magnum row, like I said at the beginning of the workout, I've opted to go for the higher, wider grip to hit my upper back, because the feedback from the previous shows this year was to bring up the upper back. So this piece is actually perfect for that. So I have the seat a little bit lower, and I use the higher handles at the top, and just get a nice big contraction at the top of the back. So yeah, works really well. Get a really good squeeze, perfect.
Good, and again, okay, two, give me two. Elbows. Good, keep it where you want it. Keep it in that back, I'll keep it moving, let's go. Here. Yeah. And one, good. Sorry, good, give me another, come on, stay in it. Right here, elbows, and one left. Come on, we'll keep this moving, let's go.
So are you ready for the best? Said, are you ready for the best? Let's go. Yeah, I said I got this, I'm in it. I'm hella filthy, so I got this, I'm winning. I'm not a quitter, so I'm not fucking quitting. Just try to stop me and you'll drop dead missing. I'm on my way to the top now, listen. I ain't never gonna.
There you go, Dean, come on, mate. Right here. There you go. Give me it again. Go, elbows, right here. Good. Yep. Keep that moving. Good.
Wrong damn decisions, don't let others make you victims. Have a thought and have a vision, don't get caught up in the millions. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light the shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot.
So on this prime seated row, unlike the Magnum, where I was aiming for the upper back and the other exercise is aiming for the lats, this is mainly targeting the mid-back, just like overall development in the mid-back, just to finish off all our rowing movements After this, we're going to go on to rear delts, and then I believe we're done.
I'ma go ahead and finish all that I started. I'ma go ahead and get it all uncharted. I can make this place go off like a rocket. I can give a fuck if you hate it or you love it. I don't do this shit cause I think that you're running. I just do this shit cause I know that I want it. I could give a fuck if I die today. If I'ma go out, it's my fucking way. At least I'll go out with some pride to my name. With the fight, not a play, that's my fucking way, oh. Y'all can sit back and think you are the best of me. I can guarantee that you haven't seen the
So we've just finished on the prime rear delt machine. We've done that last after all our rows. So on that particular, I have the seat quite low, and I just drive the elbows nice and high. Personally, I find it best. So if you can imagine when you're doing the movement, rather than pulling backwards, you're pushing outwards to the sides. That helps isolate the rear delt. Personally, that's my opinion on the exercise anyway. But yeah, so we've just finished on rear delts. We've done 2 working sets on there. As a whole, the session has obviously been great. Our training style has been changing throughout the whole time that I've been here in Texas. So when I first got here, we had to really step on the gas, because after the Arnolds, I had a little, what you'd call downtime, because the Arnolds was my 5th show of the year, the Olympia being my 6th. So yeah, I had a little downtime from everything. I was still training, just not too intense, just backed off a lot of things. So yeah, when I landed in Texas at Ben's place, we were there for a week. We got straight to it. Unfortunately, the day before I flew over to the States, I was ill. I was really ill on the plane on the way over. I got to Ben's, I was being sick. That cleared up after about 3 or 4 days. So the first week over at Ben's place in his home gym, we were still nailing it hard. Cardio was straight in. I was basically just sweating the illness out. We were doing a lot of drop sets, rest pauses, widow makers. So training intensity was at an all-time high. And then when we got to Houston, training continued to be extremely intense, and towards the end of the prep, so now, as you can see, we didn't really do many forced reps or rest pauses at all. That's just now we've got most of the body fat off, and we're just basically getting the heavy movements in still. Just without really fatiguing the body. So that's the idea of it. So yeah, like I say, we were just hitting the basics, still keeping it relatively intense, but no crazy stuff. Yeah, this was the last back session in the Labrada HQ. You know, I've been lucky enough to train here for an amount of weeks now. It's been an incredible experience. I mean, this was my first time meeting Hunter, and the whole crew down here. Everyone's been absolutely amazing. The kit that Hunter's got here, which is all hand-picked by himself, and I can see why. Both me and Hunter are kit nerds, so yeah, we have the same ideas on preference on kit, so that works really well. Yeah, I'll be forever grateful for letting Hunter and his team let me train here for my first Olympia prep. I'm sure I'll be back. Yeah, it'd be good to get a good stint in the off season here as well, because that dude's got a shit ton of muscle. and I need a bit more muscle. So yeah, looking forward to being back here in Houston. Yeah, we fly out to Vegas on Saturday. So what's that, 5 days time, right? Yeah, sorry, prep brain. Yeah, so yeah, last pool session and it was a good one.
Normally, we actually switch Dean post-workout wise. He normally just does a whey shake and then just walk across the camera, mate. It's fucking fine, don't worry about it. Fucking clown. So normally he does a shake and cream of rice, freeze carbs post-workout because we're in a deficit. So the CDX, the cyclodextrin, was moving through him a bit too quick, and he was finding blood sugar was coming down a bit too fast. So if that happens with you, if you're in a deficit, just keep an eye on that. So what we did with Dean is we only use the CDX now when we're doing high days. That way the food moves through him quick enough, and we can get that the next solid meal in will come in pretty soon after. Like I said, he's on a high day, so it makes more sense. We can move through him a little quicker, digest, and we can keep the load going. Tomorrow we're probably going to back food off again, just to sharpen him back up before we head to Vegas. So tomorrow's post-workout meal will be the whey protein shake, and then will be a solid carb meal, like I said, the cream of rice. It's still fast, but doesn't move through the GI quite as quickly as the CDX does. So like I say, if you're out there and you're finding that CDX can put you a little hypo if you're in a deficit, just keep an eye on that and play with your timings on the following meal, or maybe look at using some alternative carbs, maybe a slightly slower one, or adding something to the CDX to slow it down.
Yeah, I've got 2 more meals after this. One of them is a beef, rice, pineapple and green veg meal, and the last meal of the day is whey, cream of rice and almond butter. So yeah, it's still a high day today, so fair amount of food. Yeah, it's going in nicely. Just had a real good session. Yeah.